5 years and felt like a failure. He had a complete collapse, complete physical collapse. Then he got it together and just did this enormous body of work. And you know, with the people don't even know how much work he did. A lot of it's lost, where they're now starting to create a collective, put the word out to find out what he did. And then again, I feel the same. I'm so disorganized with that. But I think in the years he grew up, I think it was before there was sort of this real methodical way of cataloging work and everything. And in terms of individual pieces, I mean, there's not that much. Oh, another guy that I loved about it, he says this quote by him where he says, "I love all schools," I'm paraphrasing, "all schools of art, and don't respond to art that is heavily relies on literary content." In other words, there's not that much to say. It's like they say it, you can talk about it a little bit, but it's there. I mean, two dogs fighting over a home. It's pretty on the nose, but it's such a great image and very unique. Oh, I was going to say another thing that influenced, I think, was Disney and the movie Fantasia. He got to meet Disney. I think it's an untalked about thing, but I think a lot of the Chicano artists are very influenced by Disney and Fantasia and specific. And the thing I see the Yellow Submarine going through a lot of the work, which I don't know if anyone's ever mentioned, but you know, that image I think is great. And I think his, for me, the most iconic things are his car crashes, which I don't know what to say about them. I mean, they deal with mortality, with Los Angeles, and they're also like bouquets of tragedy and disaster. And I just think they're incredible. There's something, everyone has something, a visceral, you know, that thing of everyone slowing down on the freeway to look at an accident. So they have that quality about them. And they're just so, a combination of horrifying and beautiful. And I think that's where, to me, his Catholicism comes into play. He talks about being in churches in Mexico City and being horrified and not wanting to go back because he was so scared by the imagery there. And I think, you know, I was raised Catholic as well, and I think when I was reading that, I so related to what he was saying. And the Baroque quality to his work, which is, they're so ornate and just incredible. And I think this drawing here is, I just love this drawing. And I was just looking at it earlier. It has Picasso, pre-Columbian art, his own, you know, vision. You see David Hockney in it, and it's just this incredible freedom to just do this one head after another. It's just like very on the nose and very simple and just incredible. And then you just wonder, are there hundreds of these? Are there, you know, like, is there a lot of them? I have no idea, you know. And I feel like I'm new to sort of, because I had to get this talk, I thought I'd better do some research, other than just a visceral, you know, attraction to them. And then there's all those little paintings over there, which I think also, one thing he does, which I also love about Solomon Huerta, he just does what he wants to do. It's like, looks like one day he was painting this crazy dude with the mask, and then he just did a painting of the bridges leading over to East LA. You know, or he did a lot of paintings with Pepco Park. There used to be a YMCA in the basement of the Park Plaza Hotel off of MacArthur Park where people swam naked. He did paintings of that, and they're incredible. There's none here. I think this is, anyway, I just can't wait for the LACMA show and see what they come up with as a grouping of work.
And how do they, I mean, if his work is kind of distributed throughout the area, how are they going to find it?
They did, I remember they did it with Ed Ruscha. It's the same thing. You just put word out. You just put word in art publications if you know of any. Elsa, his wife, is doing it now.
Okay.
If anyone knows of any of Carlos's work, please let us know if you have it. You know, I have Dennis has a lot, Dennis Teresa has a lot of his work. And then another collector I know has an amazing painting that I've only seen in his house. So I'll tell him about that, you know, that people want to know. Because I don't know, was he that, I don't think his work was that expensive even in his lifetime. No, his studio. Yeah, I think it was very reasonably priced, and then he was
tax time.